Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. In today's video, I'm going to show you all how to make a perfect idli. Here I've taken idli rice. This is from Lulu. Idli rice are available in any store or supermarket. Here I'm taking about 2 glass of idli rice. In the same glass, I'm going to take urad dal. For 2 glass of rice, I'm going to take half a glass of urad dal. After adding the urad dal, I'm going to wash this 3 to 4 times. After washing the rice and urad dal for 3 to 4 times, I'm going to add enough water and soak it for overnight. You can also soak for 3 to 4 hours. If you make this batter and have it in the fridge, you can anytime make dosas or idli. With the same batter, you can make dosas, but this is ground slightly coarse, so idli tastes much better with this batter. Also, you can use raw rice if you don't find idli rice. After washing the rice and urad dal, I'm going to cover this and let it soak. Once our rice and urad dal mixture has soaked well, I'm going to wash again and then add this mixture into a mixer grinder. Add a little bit of water and grind them. Here we are going to make a coarse paste and not the fine paste. Do not add too much water while grinding the mixture. Make sure the batter is thick and not too runny. I'm going to grind the rice and urad dal mixture in batches. After grinding the urad dal and rice mixture, here I've taken matta rice, palakadam matta rice. You can use poni rice as well. About 1 cup of this. I'm going to add this into a mixer grinder and make a fine paste of this. You can add water if required. Whenever I have leftover boiled rice, I make sure to soak idli rice or raw rice so that I can make idlis or dosas. If I have batter ready, I can make them anytime for breakfast or dinner. So here batter is ready. I'm going to give it a nice mix. Because I had phone in one hand and ladle with the other hand, I couldn't hold the container, so the container was swirling around. Once our batter is ready, I'm going to cover this and let it ferment. Try placing it in a place where it is slightly warm. So I will be soaking this overnight. This is the next day where I'm chopping onion for the chicken gravy. I'm going to make a spicy chicken gravy using Szechuan sauce and other spices. So I'm going to thinly slice the onion here for the gravy. This type of chicken gravies are my favorite. This tastes absolutely delicious, just like the restaurant ones. Who doesn't like restaurant food? So this is quick and easy to make. Also, taste, as I said, absolutely delicious and easy as well. You just have to saute the onions and tomatoes, add masalas, Szechuan sauce, chicken, and cook. So once onions are sliced, I'm going to heat a kadai. Also, meanwhile, I'm going to finely chop the garlic. Here I've taken about 2 to 3 pods of garlic, which I'm going to finely chop. Once a kadai is nice and hot, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. You can use butter or ghee as well. Once the oil is hot, I'm going to add the finely chopped garlic. I'll cook this for 1 or 2 minutes until they are nice and soft. Our garlics have been sauteed. Now I'm going to add the sliced onion. I'll fry this until the onions are nice and soft. Here I'm adding a little salt so that the onion cooks faster. Meanwhile, I'm going to slice 2 medium-sized tomato, also 1 small capsicum. Adding capsicum is completely optional. You can skip this part, but I like capsicum in my chicken gravy, so I'm going to add in 1 small capsicum here. Once the onion turns slightly pink, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste and the sliced tomato and fry this 2 to 3 minutes. While the tomatoes are cooking, I'm going to add the powdered spices. Here I'm using 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, about 1 tablespoon of Kashmiri chili powder, also 1/2 tablespoon of coriander powder, and give it a nice mix. Here I've taken homemade Szechuan sauce. You can also use the store-bought Szechuan sauce. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of this. So here, after adding the Szechuan sauce, I'm going to mix this well and cook until the tomatoes are soft and mushy. You can add water at this point to cook the masala. For the extra spicy and tanginess, I'm going to add a hot and spicy chili sauce here. You can use any chili sauce of any brand. To cover this and cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Once the masala is nicely cooked, I'm going to add water and adjust the consistency of the gravy. this point, I'm going to add the chicken pieces which are cleaned. I'm using here mixed parts, boneless and bone. You can use any pieces of chicken of your choice. After adding the chicken pieces, I'm going to saute for 2 to 3 minutes on high flame. I'm adding here about 1 cup of water. After adding the water, I'm going to give it a nice mix. I'll cover this and let this cook for 7 to 8 minutes. While the chicken is cooking, I'm going to make idlis. After the idli batter had fermented, I had placed it in the refrigerator. Just before making the idli, I've taken the batter out. I'm going to give it a nice mix. After mixing the batter, I'm going to add salt and baking soda. Here I'm using about 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and salt according to the taste. After adding the baking soda and the salt, I'm going to mix this for 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to mix this well and let this rest for 5 minutes. While the batter is resting, I'm going to grease the molds, idli molds, with oil. If you do not have these kind of idli molds, you can also make them in steel bowls or also the steel plates. After the idli has cooked well, you can cut them into pieces. So once after greasing all of these molds, I'm going to pour the batter into each mold. Here I'm not filling the batter completely because once this has cooked, it rises and then it may fall off. So I'm going to fill each mold with 3/4 of the batter. In one batch, I can make about 15 idlis. Each rack has 5 molds. So this way I can make 15 idlis, which is more than enough for us. So once I've poured all the idli batter to the mold, I'm going to place them in the steamer and cook for 10 minutes. Once the idli has cooked well, I'm going to take them off and place them on countertop and let this cool. Do not take them when they are hot because it doesn't peel off well. Once they have cooled, I'm going to remove them from the mold. So here my idlis have cooled, so I'm going to remove them. Look how soft the idlis are. They're nice and fluffy. In case if you all are watching this video, please do subscribe to my channel. Also share it with your families and friends. Like and comment on this video. Similarly, I'm going to remove all of the idli and place them in the casserole. Here I'm also going to make one more batch of small mini idlis for ayun. If I make these kind of idlis, ayun loves having them. Also, our chicken has cooked well. At this point, I'm going to add two green chili and the capsicum which have been sliced. I'll mix this and cover and cook for 2 more minutes, and then finally garnish it with some finely chopped coriander leaves. Also added few curry leaves at this point. Adding curry leaves here gives that extra flavor and aroma which actually changes the flavor of the dish. So after adding the coriander leaves and curry leaves, I'll give the final mix and turn off the flame. Once the chicken gravy and the idli is ready, I'm going to serve them. Here I'm going to serve the chicken gravy in a serving bowl. I have enjoyed this wholesome dinner. Do try these recipes and let me know in the comment section. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Here, the light in the kitchen does not justify the color of the gravy. This gravy is red, rich, tasty, and spicy. That's all for today. Take care, everyone. Allah Hafiz.